The pain at the pump has become ever present. When I fill my fuel-efficient stick-shift Subaru Crosstrek, the sinking feeling as I watch the numbers spin leaves me shaken. Against that backdrop, the manufacturer's promotional videos of their electric cars are looking increasingly slick, with supermodels cheerfully charging their EVs. Wait, is there really an electric Chevy Silverado that when fully charged has 20,000 pounds of towing capacity? Fact is, when I visited the AMP at 16 Tech on a recent afternoon, I found people considering the notion of dismissing combustion engines for electric vehicles.
I'm thinking about it. My tank was actually $75 to fill up last week, and I think it's definitely a thought when we see the uptick in gas prices. So definitely giving it some thought.
You know, we talked about an electric car 2 years ago, and I think the price of it was pretty prohibitive for our family. But as gas prices have been rising, it's been a much more real conversation over the past few months about maybe that would be an option because of how much we could save on gas, given where we are today.
Granted, I was at the AMP, a locale filled with forward-thinking people, but even forward-thinking peeps have some misgivings about going all electric.
The electric cars, I'm not sure about those. But the hybrid, if I got the correct understanding, you can use gas or electric. I would go with that, but just to have an all-electric car, no. Because it seems like if you go with all-electric, then that means that you got to have some kind of connection everywhere you go.
With small children, I think about, where would we charge it? How would we charge it if we wanted to drive? We drive up downtown, we drive up north. How much time would we have before we'd have to charge it? How many stops would we have to make in between? So there's some convenience concerns of how would we make all those logistics work in a life with small kids where life is already very challenging logistically.
Speaking of logistics, let's say I've fallen in love with an EV that looks like a spaceship gliding just above the Earth's surface. Do I have any chance of actually getting one? Enter Nathan Hecht. This tech wizard, who is every bit as smart as he looks, created the Rodo App to get you whatever car you want, EV or fossil fuel.
So Nathan, I think I paid $5.13 a gallon yesterday. A lot of people are paying more than that. Can you get me an electric car?
Sure. We can get you either a new or a used electric car on our app, Roto, R-O-D-O. You might have to wait a little bit, but there are vehicles available and we are taking orders every day.
So how does this app work? How are you able to network?
We have a very large network of car dealerships across the United States that offer their inventory on Roto. And the fundamental difference between us and some of the other online automotive platforms is you can actually transact on Roto. So when you find the car that you're looking for, there's a transactional price, an actual monthly payment, an actual do-it signing, and then you place an order and the transaction happens between you and the dealership completely online. So it's a true e-commerce transaction. And the big advantage today is instead of going from dealership to dealership, where they have such constrained inventories and it's so difficult to find a car, so difficult to negotiate on a car, we bring everything to you, all the dealership's vehicles, preset competitive pricing where dealers are competing for your business, and you never need to leave your couch.
I hadn't been briefed on the Roto app when I was perusing these promotional EV videos, but Nathan Hecht appears to have his thumb on our pulse.
I'm giving more and more thought every day. I have to fill up my mom's excursion. Man, that's a hassle. Every time I walk in the gas station, it's $175 to just get me going somewhere. That's a big truck. It's a big truck, and man, I'm telling you, Teslas aren't sounding too bad. The Chevy Volts, those aren't sounding too bad. Really, anything electric now is about the way to go.